Dunnes Stores. So for those of you who are based outside Ireland, there's a department store. They do groceries, they do clothes and things like that in Ireland called Dunnes Stores. They're originally the family, obviously were called Dunnes, I suppose. I understand that certain family members each had their own store. I think there was only about 5 or 6 stores initially, and there's now quite a few. If I could be bothered, I could probably look it up, but I'm not going to. They used to have stores, I believe, in the UK and maybe even Spain as well. I know some of the products I think come from Spain, so they probably still have a presence. I think it's Spain and not the Canaries, but like I said, I could probably look it up, but I'm not going to. So today I'm just going to Dunnes. I'm going to Dunnes Stores. I'm going to do a little bit of a shop. It's quite strange, really. They have a voucher thing going on at the moment, and I'm trying to work out actually how they make any money out of it. So basically what you have to do is you have to spend €50. You spend €50 and they give you a €10 voucher for the next time you spend €50. And it has to be like the following day, I think. There's like a date range on them, you know. So basically you go in. Some things are excluded. I believe things like vouchers, clothes. I don't know if clothes are excluded, maybe they're not. I mean, if I could be bothered, I could probably read the exclusions on the vouchers, but I'm 100% certain that wine is included, so I'm pretty happy. I believe food's included as well. I've not seen any exceptions there. I'm not sure about cigarettes, but I don't smoke, so it's not really going to be a problem. So one of the things I couldn't really understand is how they actually make anything out of this. I mean, €10 out of 50 is quite a high discount, 20%. And I just wonder, where the profit's coming from, because obviously they're getting people to come back into the store again. So like I have a few vouchers. I don't know, I have an embarrassing number of vouchers, if I'm honest. I think I have about 8 €10 vouchers. 2 of them expire today, which has prompted me to leave the house and go to Dunnes. So, but I'm just concerned that this is it's a funny way. You can imagine, okay, people are going to go back in. They get the voucher, they go back in again. If you spend €100, you have 2 vouchers, you get €20 off. But as soon as you spend that €100, they give you 2 more vouchers for €10. And so it goes on and on and on. And somehow I think I forgot to use some of my vouchers, so I've sort of accumulated quite a lot of them. Obviously, for every single of these 8 vouchers, I have to spend €50 to get the money back. But that's not going to happen today, because I think that's be about €400. As much as I like, well, I don't like shopping at all. Actually, I don't like hanging out with the general public in a grocery environment. I find it a little bit disconcerting, and having to queue. I'm not really a big fan of queuing. Maybe nobody is, but I probably go as far as to say I actually detest it. I always feel that I should be served as a priority. I'm always very well presented, mannerly, respectful to the staff. I always do a considerable amount of purchasing when I'm in the store, and I do drive a BMW, so I'd sort of expect a little bit of a better service. I'm not saying VIP, maybe executive. It'd be nice to have like a fast track for the executive, the busy executive like that I am. I'd be happy probably to pay a little bit more for that, because when I fly now, I only fly business class. I'm certainly not going to go economy anymore. I think that's a road to nowhere, or plane to nowhere, depending on how you look at it. I certainly don't fly Ryanair. I mean, if they did a really good quality, expensive business class and provided a really good service, I'd think about it, but they don't. So usually I find myself on Aer Lingus or BA. BA seems to be a better business class, if I'm honest, than Aer Lingus, and actually cheaper as well. The last couple of times I've flown with BA, I had excellent service on business class, and it was a couple of €100 the flight cheaper than the equivalent Aer Lingus flight. And you're probably not aware, but BA's lounges in Terminal 5 in Heathrow, there's two, north and south. They are absolutely fantastic. And I think any airline who ever wants to see the gold standard of the business lounge in an airport could really learn a lot from those two lounges. I mean, you could argue that they're showing off. They don't have one, they have two, and they're both excellent quality, fantastic wines, and a great selection of hot and cold food. And of course, if you decide you want a glass of water or a mineral, they provide that as well. And of course, it's all well, it's not free, of course. It's all included though, and you don't have to get the old gold card out and start spending money, which is always a slightly painful experience. So the weather today in Dublin is typical summertime weather. It is quite hot and sticky in a sense. It's very humid. I'm just coming out of a junction. If my voice sounds a bit strange, I'm actually looking behind myself at the moment, and there's an awful lot of cars around. But it's raining. It's raining. It's dull. It's grey, and it's humid. I suppose the fact that there is a bit of heat here is a good thing, but it's still very wet, dull, and horrible, and quite depressing. And I think if it wasn't for the vouchers, would I have ventured out today? Yeah, it's a pretty grim day. So as I said, anyway, I'm on the way to Dunn's. There's one of the Duns, Ben Dunn. I'm not sure. I could probably look this up, but I'm not going to. I'm not sure if he's still involved with the Dunn stores, but he does have a gym, Ben Dunn Gym, and his adverts are quite funny on the radio because he does them himself, and I always give people credit for that. If you're a business owner, an executive, somebody like myself, you know, I'm not into marketing. I'm not a good salesman. It's not for me, and I'm quite happy to pay handsomely people who, you know, can do that thing very well, but I can't. So I've always got a bit of admiration and a bit of respect for any business owner or executive who pushes themselves into the limelight, exposes themselves to the general public. And to be fair to Ben Dunn, he's quite witty. I wouldn't say comedic or funny, but he usually slags off the competition and how much cheaper he is than them, so that's always good. And he's got an affable voice, not a heavy accent really, and but he doesn't sound aloof or posh, no matter how much money he might have, and I don't know that either. I could Google that, but I'm not going to. So I always found those adverts entertaining, and the fact that I'm talking about it now shows it probably does work. Having said that, there's no chance I'm ever going to go to a gym. I mean, most forms of physical activity, I believe, are highly overrated. Plus, I think it's full of people who are quite fit in there, which is a bit disconcerting. I would expect to see some unfit people in there, or certainly more of them, and it does make you wonder what the whole point of the gym is. Surely it's just to get fit, is it? But then again, maybe it's a faff and it's effort just to stay fit. Not about keeping fit, but staying fit. Maybe that's the same thing. But anyway, yes. So I'm just coming up to Dunn's now. I'm not going to take you with me into Dunn's. It's quite a noisy place. There's a lot of general public in there, and I'm not sure they'd appreciate my brand of humour and my silky smooth voice. Plus, I think I'd feel a bit stupid talking to myself. Well, I'm doing that now, of course, but I think in an environment such as that, it probably would look pretty crazy. I might get ejected from the store, which, you know, might not be a bad thing. But if I've done a bit of shopping, a bit of red wine and a trolley, I wouldn't be very pleased about that now. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going into the car park now, and this is where Dunn's should really take the lead. They should provide executive parking spaces for me. I'm quite happy to pay. I mean, I wouldn't say money's no object, but a nominal fee to have a space waiting for me, especially at the weekend. Today's Saturday, 6th of July. You know, just so that I can it's just not waste time. I mean, it's raining, and I'm just thinking now, I'm going to get out of the car, I'm going to get wet. I'm going to get, oh man, I'm not taking an umbrella in. Oh, why does it have to be raining? But I think they should take the lead. I think they're missing a genuine opportunity here, and I'm really parking badly today. I don't think that will surprise anybody who knows me or anybody who sees the car. A car like this makes its own parking spaces. So I've just parked in such a bad way that I think I'm going to get one car in 3 spaces, and that car is mine. Oh, I've got a trolley, a man pushing a trolley behind me. He's nice enough to let me out to wiggle across, because I felt so guilty about my insanely bad parking. And that bleeping noise is my proximity sensor, because after all, why think you know where you are when the car will do it for you. So I'm going to go in now and see what's in there. I've got a stack of vouchers. I have a few things in mind. I think I've forgotten my shopping list, but I pretty much know what was on it, mostly wine. And I'll probably I'll catch up with you afterwards if something interesting happens.